What if one of the most powerful foods for healthy aging wasn't an exotic superfood from a remote mountain, wasn't an expensive supplement, and wasn't something you needed to order online? What if it was quietly sitting in the produce aisle of your local grocery store, waiting to be noticed? For decades, cauliflower was often overlooked. Many people saw it as the boring cousin of broccoli, a vegetable that appeared on dinner plates but rarely received much attention. But what scientists have been discovering over the last several years is something truly remarkable. This humble white vegetable contains compounds that may help support your heart, protect your brain, improve digestion, support healthy weight management, and even help your body's natural defenses against aging. In fact, some researchers believe that the foods we eat every day can influence how well we age more than many people realize. And cauliflower may be one of the most underrated examples. But here's the surprising part. Most people are eating it the wrong way, and they're missing some of its most valuable benefits. So today, we're taking a deep dive into the fascinating world of cauliflower, its history, its hidden nutrients, its incredible health benefits, and the simple ways it may help support a longer, healthier life. Stay with us until the end, because one of the most surprising discoveries about cauliflower has nothing to do with weight loss or nutrition, and almost nobody talks about it. Let's begin. Imagine walking through a supermarket. You pass colorful berries, bright oranges, leafy greens, and then you see cauliflower. Simple, pale, almost ordinary. Most people don't stop and think twice about it. But beneath its cloud-like appearance lies an impressive nutritional package. A package that has attracted growing attention from nutrition experts, longevity researchers, and health-conscious individuals around the world.
What's fascinating is that cauliflower doesn't rely on a single magic nutrient. Instead, it works like a team. Fiber, antioxidants, plant compounds, vitamins, minerals, each one contributing in its own unique way. Think of it as an orchestra. No single instrument creates the masterpiece. It's the combination that makes the difference. And by the end of this video, you may never look at cauliflower the same way again. But first, to understand why cauliflower is gaining so much attention today, we need to travel back in time.
Cauliflower's story began thousands of years ago. Its roots trace back to the Mediterranean region. Long before modern supermarkets existed, long before nutrition labels, ancient civilizations were already cultivating relatives of the vegetable we know today. Over time, farmers selectively bred these plants, generation after generation, until they developed the dense white head we recognize as cauliflower. For centuries, it became popular throughout Europe, especially among cultures that valued simple, nourishing foods. Then, something interesting happened. As modern food production expanded, highly processed foods began dominating many diets.
Vegetables like cauliflower gradually lost the spotlight. Fast food became faster, convenience became king, and many traditional foods were forgotten. Yet today, we're witnessing a fascinating reversal. People are once again searching for foods that support long-term health, foods that nourish rather than simply fill us up, foods that help us feel energized instead of sluggish. And cauliflower has quietly re-entered the conversation, not because it's trendy, but because science keeps uncovering reasons to pay attention. And what researchers found inside cauliflower surprised many experts.
Because hidden within those white florets are compounds designed by nature to help plants protect themselves. And those same compounds may also help support human health. We'll explore those compounds next. And one of them may explain why cauliflower has become a favorite among longevity enthusiasts. At first glance, cauliflower doesn't look particularly impressive. It's not brightly colored. It doesn't scream superfood. Yet appearances can be deceiving. A single serving contains valuable fiber, vitamin C, vitamin K, folate, and numerous plant compounds. One compound in particular has attracted significant scientific interest, sulforaphane. Now, don't worry about remembering the name. What's important is understanding what it does. Think of sulforaphane, one of nature's protective tools. Researchers have been studying how it may help support the body's natural defense systems, helping cells respond to everyday stress, supporting healthy aging processes, and encouraging the body to maintain balance. But cauliflower doesn't stop there. It also contains antioxidants. These are substances that help neutralize unstable molecules known as free radicals. You can think of free radicals as tiny sparks. A few sparks aren't a problem.
But over time, too many sparks can contribute to wear and tear throughout the body. Antioxidants help keep those sparks under control. And that's where cauliflower begins revealing its hidden potential. But perhaps the most impressive benefit isn't what cauliflower adds to your body. It's what it helps your body do more efficiently on its own. Let's talk about the organ that works harder than almost any other: your heart. Every day, your heart beats roughly 100,000 times. Without breaks, without vacations, without asking for recognition. It works tirelessly from the moment you're born. Yet many people rarely think about it until problems arise. This is where diet becomes incredibly important. Cauliflower contains fiber, antioxidants, and plant compounds that support overall cardiovascular wellness. Fiber may help support healthy cholesterol levels already within a normal range. And that's significant, because healthy cholesterol balance plays an important role in long-term heart health. Meanwhile, antioxidants help support blood vessel health.
Think of your blood vessels like highways. The smoother the roads, the easier traffic flows. When those highways stay healthy, your entire circulatory system functions more efficiently. What's remarkable is that simple dietary choices, repeated over years, often have a greater impact than dramatic short-term changes. One healthy meal rarely changes your life, but thousands of healthy meals can. And cauliflower can be part of that long-term strategy. Yet the heart isn't the only organ that may benefit. There's another organ that many people worry about as they age: the brain. And what researchers are learning may surprise you. Ask people what they fear most about aging.
Many won't say wrinkles. Many won't say gray hair. They'll say something else: losing mental sharpness. For many individuals, maintaining memory, focus, and cognitive function is one of the most important goals of healthy aging. While no single food can guarantee perfect brain health, nutrition plays a powerful supporting role. And cauliflower offers several nutrients involved in healthy brain function. Among them is choline, a nutrient many people have never heard of, yet it's involved in important processes related to the brain and nervous system. Researchers continue exploring how diets rich in nutrient-dense vegetables may support cognitive wellness over time.
And cauliflower frequently appears on those lists. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect is this: the brain and the rest of the body are deeply connected. Healthy circulation supports brain function. Healthy sleep supports brain function. Balanced blood sugar supports brain function. Reduced inflammation supports brain function. Which means a vegetable that supports multiple systems simultaneously may provide broader benefits than many people realize. And that's where cauliflower becomes especially interesting. Because in the next section, we'll explore one of its most powerful and overlooked advantages. An advantage that begins not in the brain, not in the heart, but in a place scientists now call the body's second brain: your gut. And what happens there may influence nearly every aspect of your health. For years, scientists viewed digestion as a simple process. You eat food, your body breaks it down, you absorb nutrients. End of story. But today, we know there's much more happening inside the digestive system. In fact, researchers now describe the gut as a kind of second brain.
Inside your digestive tract live trillions of microorganisms, collectively known as the gut microbiome. And these tiny organisms influence far more than digestion. They may affect mood, energy, immune function, even aspects of cognitive health. It's one of the most exciting areas of health research today. So where does cauliflower fit in? The answer is fiber. Cauliflower provides dietary fiber that helps nourish beneficial gut bacteria. Think of these bacteria as tiny gardeners. When they're properly fed, they help maintain a healthier internal environment. But when they're neglected, the balance can shift. Many modern diets are surprisingly low in fiber. Highly processed foods often provide calories without offering much nourishment for the microbiome. Cauliflower helps change that. Every serving contributes to the daily fiber intake that many Americans struggle to reach. And here's what's fascinating. A healthier gut doesn't just stay in the gut. Its effects can ripple throughout the entire body. Which leads us to another benefit many people notice when they consistently eat more fiber-rich vegetables: improved digestion. Let's be honest, digestion isn't always the most exciting topic, but when digestion isn't working well, it becomes impossible to ignore. Bloating, discomfort, feeling sluggish after meals. These are experiences many people know all too well. Fiber acts like a natural helper throughout the digestive process. It supports regularity, helps food move efficiently through the digestive tract, and contributes to overall digestive wellness. Imagine your digestive system as a busy highway. Fiber helps keep traffic moving.
Without enough fiber, congestion can occur. And over time, that congestion may affect how you feel every day. Many people are surprised by how much better they feel when they consistently include more vegetables like cauliflower in their meals. Not overnight, not magically, but gradually, steadily, and often in ways they didn't expect. Yet perhaps one of the biggest reasons cauliflower has exploded in popularity involves something millions of people struggle with every year: weight management. And the reason may be simpler than you think.
Here's a question. What if feeling full and consuming fewer calories didn't have to be opposites? Many people assume successful weight management means constant hunger, constant restriction, constant sacrifice. But sustainable health rarely works that way. One reason cauliflower became famous in wellness communities is its unique combination of volume and nutrition. It's naturally low in calories, yet it takes up substantial space on the plate. That matters more than most people realize, because your brain doesn't only respond to calories, it also responds to the volume of food you're eating.
Large portions of nutrient-dense vegetables can help create a satisfying eating experience without excessive calories. That's one reason cauliflower rice became so popular. People discovered they could enjoy generous portions while reducing overall calorie intake. But there's another factor. Fiber contributes to feelings of fullness, which may help reduce unnecessary snacking throughout the day. And unlike many diet trends that come and go, vegetables have stood the test of time. They're not a fad, they're a foundation. But weight management isn't just about calories, it's also closely connected to blood sugar. And that's where cauliflower offers another impressive advantage: energy highs, energy crashes, cravings that seem to appear out of nowhere. Many people experience these fluctuations every day, and often blood sugar plays a role. Now, cauliflower isn't a medicine, and it doesn't replace professional medical care, but it can be part of a healthy eating pattern that supports metabolic wellness. Because cauliflower is relatively low in carbohydrates compared to many processed foods, it provides nutrients and fiber without causing dramatic spikes in calorie intake. That's one reason it's frequently included in balanced eating plans,
particularly among people trying to improve overall dietary quality. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is stability. A body that feels energized, focused, and consistent. And speaking of consistency, there's another system in the body that depends on steady support every single day: your immune system. And cauliflower may have more to offer than most people realize.
Your immune system works around the clock, even while you're sleeping, even when you're not thinking about it. It constantly monitors and responds to challenges in your environment. To perform well, it requires a steady supply of nutrients, and one nutrient cauliflower provides is vitamin C. Many people immediately think of oranges when they hear vitamin C, but cauliflower contains meaningful amounts as well. Vitamin C contributes to normal immune function and plays an important role in maintaining healthy tissues throughout the body. What's interesting is that many people focus on immunity only during certain seasons, but immune health isn't built overnight.
It's built daily, meal by meal, habit by habit, year after year. And vegetables like cauliflower can be part of that long-term investment. But here's where things get even more interesting. Because some researchers believe the next benefit may be one of the most important for healthy aging. And it involves something happening quietly inside the body every day. Inflammation. Imagine a small fire. For a short time, it can be useful, necessary even. But if that fire never completely goes out, it may gradually cause damage over time. That's a simplified way to think about chronic inflammation. Inflammation itself isn't the enemy. It's a natural response.
The problem occurs when the body's systems remain under constant stress. Researchers continue investigating how nutrition influences inflammatory processes throughout the body. And vegetables rich in antioxidants and beneficial plant compounds frequently emerge as important pieces of the puzzle. Cauliflower is one of them. Its collection of nutrients and phytochemicals may help support the body's natural ability to maintain balance. And balance becomes increasingly important as we age. Because aging isn't simply about the number of candles on a birthday cake. It's about how well the body continues performing its countless daily functions.
The ability to stay active, stay independent, stay energized, stay mentally sharp. And what you'll discover next may be one of the most surprising aspects of cauliflower yet. Because in the next chapter, we'll explore how this humble vegetable may influence your skin, your energy levels, and even your quality of sleep. But first, we're going to look at a real-life story that perfectly illustrates why small dietary changes can sometimes create remarkable results over time.
Before we continue, let's talk about someone we'll call Michael. Michael is 57 years old. Like many Americans, he spent decades focused on work, responsibilities, and taking care of everyone except himself. His meals were convenient, fast, predictable, and vegetables were rarely the star of the plate. One day, after a routine health checkup, Michael decided to make a few small changes. Nothing extreme, no complicated diet, no expensive supplements. Just a commitment to include more vegetables in his daily meals. One of those vegetables was cauliflower. At first, it wasn't exciting, it wasn't life-changing, it was simply a healthier choice.
But over time, something interesting happened. He began feeling lighter after meals, more satisfied, less dependent on constant snacking. He noticed he had more consistent energy throughout the afternoon. And, perhaps most importantly, he discovered that sustainable health often comes from simple habits repeated consistently, not dramatic transformations, not overnight miracles.
Especially their skin. Walk through any store and you'll find countless products promising youthful skin. Creams, serums, treatments. But here's an important question. What if part of the answer starts inside the body? Skin is your largest organ, and like every other organ, it depends on nutrition. Cauliflower contains vitamin C, which plays a role in collagen production. Collagen is one of the proteins that helps maintain the structure and strength of skin. As we age,
collagen production naturally changes. That's a normal part of life. But providing the body with nutrients involved in these processes may help support healthy skin over time. There's also another factor: oxidative stress. Remember those free radicals we talked about earlier? They're constantly generated through normal metabolism and environmental exposures. Antioxidants help support the body's ability to manage them. And that's one reason vegetables continue appearing in discussions about healthy aging. Not because they stop aging, nothing does, but because they help support the body's natural systems along the journey. And speaking of feeling younger, let's talk about something almost everyone wants more of: energy.
Have you ever noticed how some meals leave you energized, while others leave you searching for the nearest couch? Food is fuel, but not all fuel performs the same way. Highly processed meals often provide large amounts of calories with relatively little nutritional value. The result can sometimes be a cycle of spikes and crashes. Cauliflower offers a different approach. It's nutrient-dense, rich in fiber, and naturally light. Many people find that meals centered around vegetables leave them feeling more comfortable and energized compared to heavy, processed alternatives. Not because cauliflower contains some secret energy ingredient, but because overall dietary quality matters.
Think about a campfire. If you throw on the wrong materials, the fire burns unpredictably. But with the right fuel, it burns steadily. Your body works in much the same way. And that steady energy becomes especially valuable when we consider another essential pillar of health: sleep. Most people don't think about cauliflower when they think about sleep. But nutrition and sleep are more connected than many realize. Healthy eating patterns can influence numerous systems involved in rest and recovery: digestion, blood sugar balance, overall metabolic health. When these systems function more smoothly, sleep quality often benefits as well.
Now, cauliflower isn't a sleeping pill, and it won't magically solve sleep problems, but it can contribute to an overall lifestyle that supports restorative rest. And restorative rest may be one of the most powerful anti-aging tools available. Because while you sleep, your body repairs, recovers, and prepares for another day. Yet sleep isn't the only maintenance process happening behind the scenes. There's another hard-working organ that rarely gets the attention it deserves: your liver. And cauliflower may offer some intriguing support there, Ali Salam. Well, the word detox has become incredibly popular. Unfortunately, it's also become incredibly misunderstood. The truth is, your body already has sophisticated detoxification systems, and your liver is one of the stars of the show. Every day, it performs hundreds of critical functions: processing nutrients, managing waste products, supporting countless metabolic activities. Researchers have studied compounds found in cruciferous vegetables, including cauliflower, for their potential role in supporting normal detoxification pathways. This doesn't mean cauliflower cleanses your body overnight. That's not how biology works. What it means is that nutritious foods may help support the body's existing systems. And supporting those systems is often far more realistic and effective than chasing miracle solutions. But now we're approaching one of the most discussed topics in modern nutrition research. And it's also one of the most sensitive: cancer research. Let's explore what scientists actually know.
When discussing health research, it's important to separate evidence from exaggeration. You may have seen headlines claiming certain foods prevent disease. Reality is usually more nuanced. Scientists have been studying compounds found in cruciferous vegetables for decades, including those present in cauliflower. Researchers are particularly interested in how these compounds interact with cellular processes related to long-term health. It's a fascinating area of study, but it's also an evolving one. No food can guarantee protection from serious illness,
And no vegetable is a substitute for medical care or healthy lifestyle habits.
What we can say is this: diets rich in vegetables consistently appear in research examining healthy aging and overall wellness, and cauliflower frequently earns a place on that list. Which raises an intriguing question. If this simple vegetable offers so many potential benefits, why do so many people still fail to get the most from it? The answer might surprise you. Because in the next chapter, we'll uncover the biggest mistakes people make when eating cauliflower, the cooking methods that may reduce some of its nutritional value, the best ways to prepare it, the best food combinations,
And one preparation technique that health-conscious people are increasingly adopting for maximum benefit. You won't want to miss what's next. At this point, you might be thinking, if cauliflower is so impressive, why isn't everyone talking about it? Well, part of the reason may be surprisingly simple. Many people have only experienced cauliflower in its least appealing form. Overcooked. Mushy. Bland. And completely forgettable. For years, cauliflower suffered from a reputation problem. It was often boiled until soft and flavorless. As a result, many people assumed the vegetable itself was boring. But the truth is,
just like a great ingredient can be ruined by poor cooking, a nutritious vegetable can become far less enjoyable when prepared incorrectly. Another common mistake is relying on a single preparation method. People often eat cauliflower the same way every time, then eventually become tired of it. But cauliflower is incredibly versatile. Roasted, steamed, mashed, grilled, added to soups, blended into sauces, turned into rice, even incorporated into pizza crust. The possibilities are surprisingly endless. And here's an interesting observation. The people who consistently eat more vegetables rarely force themselves to do it.
they simply find preparation methods they genuinely enjoy. Because long-term health habits only work when they're sustainable. And sustainability begins with enjoyment. But what preparation methods may offer the greatest balance between taste and nutrition? Let's take a closer look.
When it comes to cauliflower, simplicity often wins. Light steaming is one popular option. It helps preserve texture while maintaining much of the vegetable's nutritional value. Roasting is another favorite. The natural sugars caramelize slightly, creating a richer and more satisfying flavor. Many people who dislike boiled cauliflower discover they actually love roasted cauliflower. It's almost like an entirely different food. Raw cauliflower also has its place. Added to salads or enjoyed with healthy dips, it offers crunch and convenience. The best method? The one you'll consistently eat.
Because perfect nutrition, that never happens, is far less valuable than good nutrition that becomes a daily habit. And here's something many people don't realize. What you eat with cauliflower may matter almost as much as the cauliflower itself. Nutrition is rarely about individual foods acting alone. Think of meals as teams. Some players perform better together. Cauliflower pairs exceptionally well with healthy proteins such as fish, chicken, beans, and lentils. These combinations can help create satisfying meals that support energy and fullness. Healthy fats also deserve attention.
Ingredients like olive oil, avocado, nuts, and seeds add flavor while helping create balanced meals. Fresh herbs and spices can elevate cauliflower even further. Garlic, turmeric, black pepper, parsley, rosemary. Simple additions can transform an ordinary side dish into something memorable. And when healthy foods become enjoyable, consistency becomes easier. But before we move on, let's address some common myths that continue circulating online. Because not everything you hear about cauliflower is true. Myth number 1. Cauliflower is a miracle cure. False. No food is a miracle cure. Health is built through patterns, not single ingredients.
Myth number 2.
You need to eat cauliflower every day to benefit. Not true. Variety remains one of the most important principles of healthy eating. Cauliflower can be part of a balanced diet, but it doesn't need to replace every other vegetable. Myth number 3. Healthy foods must be expensive. One reason cauliflower continues gaining popularity is that it's often affordable and widely available. You don't need exotic ingredients to support your health. Sometimes the most valuable foods are the simplest. And perhaps the biggest myth of all, that healthy aging depends on finding some secret. The truth, there probably isn't a secret. There are habits, daily choices.
Small actions repeated consistently over years. And that's where cauliflower fits into the bigger picture. Not alayhi salam a miracle, but alayhi salam a useful tool. A small piece of a much larger puzzle. Which brings us to one final surprising insight.
When researchers study people who age well, people who remain active, engaged, and independent later in life, a pattern often emerges. It's usually not one food, not one supplement, not one habit. It's a collection of healthy choices working together. Vegetables, movement, sleep, connection, purpose, consistency. And perhaps that's the most important lesson cauliflower can teach us. Sometimes extraordinary health begins with ordinary choices. Not dramatic transformations, not radical diets, not perfection. Just one healthier meal, then another, and another. Small actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but over years, they can become life-changing. And that's a powerful thought, because it means your future health isn't determined solely by genetics. Many daily choices still matter, and every meal is an opportunity to make one of them. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. How do you want to feel? Strong? Energetic? Independent? Mentally sharp? Still able to enjoy the people and experiences you love most? The decisions that shape that future are rarely dramatic. They're often quiet, simple, easy to overlook. A morning walk, an extra serving of vegetables, a healthier dinner, a better night's sleep. Tiny choices, repeated again and again. Cauliflower may seem like a small thing, just another vegetable. But sometimes small things carry unexpected power. Not because they change everything overnight, but because they help support the habits that matter most. The habits that accumulate, the habits that compound, the habits that influence the quality of our years. And ultimately, that's what healthy aging is really about. Not merely adding years to life, but adding life to years. So the next time you walk through the produce section and see a head of cauliflower sitting quietly among the vegetables, you may see it differently. Not as something ordinary, but as a reminder that better health often begins with simple choices hiding in plain sight.
Thank you for watching. And if you found this video valuable, let us know in the comments. How do you like to eat cauliflower? And what healthy habit has made the biggest difference in your life? We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, stay healthy, stay curious, and take good care of yourself.